Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining me. I'm Jill Bloom, Group Publisher of Walls and Ceilings, and welcome to a very special episode of If Walls Could Talk. It's such an honor. I have with me Steve Slepcevic. He is on site in Jamaica. Steve, thank you so much for joining me.
Well, thanks for having me, Jill.
Well, first, tell me, Steve, tell everybody where are you at, and tell me let everybody know what's going on. You're at Ground Zero in Jamaica.
Yeah, so we got in 2 days before the storm and rode it out here at the Ocean Coral Springs Resort. It's in a parish called Chilani, and it's just outside of Montego Bay. It's kind of right in the Montego Bay area. And as soon as immediately after the storm passed, the first part of it obviously is attending to medical situations and sending out search teams, medical teams to make sure that critical need is being met. And then we were tasked with Samaritan's Purse finding a location down in Black River for where they could actually set up a field hospital. So we cut our way down into it and got into that zone to where Samaritan's Purse now is setting up their medical field hospital. Then what we did is immediately, that was a recon mission. We went from there immediately over to the Black River Hospital to see what emergency needs are there as far as shrink wrap of that roof, because the framing is still there. Just the roof's completely peeled off, including the deck. So easily something that can be shrink wrapped with a 12 mil shrink wrap and then start immediate mitigation drying. And then once that was done, being able to bring in repairs on the inside and then bring in a company that I know very well that's donating all their medical equipment, beds, chairs, incubators, all that type of stuff, free of charge out of Chicago, called Medical Shipments, which is huge. But
that is amazing, Steve.
Yeah, it's been all hands on deck. So initially getting in, I also met with the fire chief, fire department, the mayor's office, which then set up the EOC and also the police department. And what we did immediately is just set up our Starlink communications. So we brought a bunch of Starlinks, Gen 3, the high-speed internet Starlinks, and we set them up on the main command post for the EOC for the mayor's office, so everybody could communicate. And then we put 2 Starlinks, one for the mayor, one for the deputy mayor. Did the same thing for the police chief, gave him a Starlink and set up a high-speed one stationary for their police department so they could actually communicate, and went and did the same thing for the fire department. So now that those initial comms are up, went and met with, obviously the recon part of it was also for Rural Central Kitchen, and we're working on now adding another helicopter to their fleet to run another corridor on a 24/7 basis. With the police, the fire, the doctors, the nurses, these people literally are in their homes, roofs have blown off, and they're sleeping literally on wet mattresses. It's raining down on them, and they're still getting up in the morning, going to work, changing into the uniforms, and putting in a whole nother day with smiles on their face. I look at the Contractors Association that I'm part of, right? Yeah. And I think to myself, if people don't come here, and I always look at it, you could call it Operation One Roof, One Love, right? And it's a way of giving back to the Jamaican people who, for years, have served all people, not just American people, to their destination, serving them in the restaurants, serving them in the industry. And these are people of service, right? And I just feel that it is time for us to give back to that culture, the music, the love, all the things that they've shown up for and how they've shown up in our lives, to be able to give back. And if you're not repairing the people that actually work at these hotels, the laundry service, the chef, the people, it's really difficult for them to really come back, because their number one thing here is tourism.
Yeah, for sure. Well, Steve, I know people want to come. Yeah. People are excited to come, and they want to come help, and I want to help. What I'm really excited to help get the word out is how they can get there and how they can help. So number one, can you confirm, is the airport open? If people want to just come on and fly in and help, where do they fly into?
Yeah, there's no issue at all. They can fly right into Montego Bay, right? Okay. Bring their tools. They're on a humanitarian mission. There's no issue. There's not an issue with visas and stuff like that. The main thing they want to do is book a round trip ticket, right? So if they're committed to like 2 weeks, they can fly in. I have a group of drivers that are trusted drivers that can pick them up with their tools and their gear. I could give that number to anybody that's willing and able to come in. And again, that's a good one. Operation one roof, one love, right?
I love it. So what tools, speaking of tools, Steve, what tools do they
Yeah,
need?
so basically, we have thousands of tarps on the ground, but if they can bring more tarps, there's just not enough tarps. And if they can bring the tools to actually put the tarps in, right?
Okay.
And then if anybody has relationships with the refs or the higher ups in GAF, I have a yard. I have a secure yard where they can actually deliver any shingles. So Certainteed, any of these manufacturers can bring out felt roofing materials. There's a lot of shingle roofs out here as well. Like these roofers could come in and say, you know what, I'm committed to one roof. Awesome.
Yeah.
I'm committed to 10 roofs. I'm bringing my crew and we're going to bust it out. And that's what we're doing for Thanksgiving, right?
I love it.
That's how we're going to serve. And
we're going to serve
then,
for sure. So Steve, where can they stay? So if contractors come, if they've got a crew, where are they staying?
Yeah. So here's my suggestion. I know how tough it is in the hot Jamaican sun and the islands because I've worked in these islands for many, many years, going back 35 years now, right? They can stay at the Ocean Coral Springs Resort, okay? And I'll share that information so you can post it online. The place has full power. It's on Gen Power. It's got plenty of rooms because the hotel guests aren't here. So here come the contractors, right? The hands and feet of what we're called to be in service to humanity. And the hotel has full power. You got your rooms are clean. You got showers, normal stuff. They have several restaurants, breakfast, lunch, dinner. There's several bars as well. Beautiful coffee shop, shopping here. Believe it or not, right? And even though some of the commercial sectors, like there's a little convention center here that some of the roofs are tore off, it's not impacting like the actual business. It's a clean place to stay. And it's a great place to bounce off. So they could grab breakfast in the morning, be out in the field all day, come back, shower, relax, have dinner, because dinner's served like through lunch, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So it's an all-inclusive hotel, which makes it super easy. Laundry services here. And again, if they need a yard, I can secure a yard. If they have materials they want to bring, I can get them through customs and put them in touch with the mayor and the Ministry of Tourism, and if needed, the Prime Minister. So my goal is just a big outreach like, hey, there's roofs also here on the commercial side and multifamily side that some of the crews that come in are like, you know what, I'm going to focus on that, but I am committed. They can come see me. I'll get the list from the fire chief of which firefighters have lost roofs, the police department, the police chief whose roofs they've lost, the doctors and nurses in the hospital whose roofs they lost, and then the hotel staff, which roofs they've lost, right? And so people can say, you know, I want to do firefighters, I'm going to do some police, I'm going to do some housekeeping, maids, you know, chefs. And honestly, and they can even go to their church. They go to the church and raise funds. They can set up a GoFundMe page, or I prefer Give, Send, Go, right? Set up a Give, Send, Go account. And you know what? You'd be surprised that American people are generous. We're generous people. And of all times, man, just think about going into Christmas knowing that you've changed a family's life.
This is going to be amazing, Steve.
Permanent friends, you know what I mean? So they're loving, they're kind. People like, you know, concerned about safety. There's nothing to be concerned about safety.
Okay. That's great to know.
Yeah, because you're not going into areas that, I mean, the people, especially in the mountains, are the kindest people. And the media in some areas, people are desperate, right? Those areas are level. There's really not much to do as far as contracting. But even in those areas, if you want to get deep into the heart of it, man, just clean up some debris, knock a couple boards on, put some zinc back on the roof that they have, which is like a corrugated metal. Just bring some nails and a hammer. And if you just do that, oh my God, you will be loved and treated like royalty here.
I love it. So to keep it simple for people that want to come, the airport's open. You can help them get from the airport with their tools to the hotel.
Easy.
And you'll have a short list to do. Is the biggest need right now residential? What about the roof on did you say you've got the roof of the hospital secure?
Yeah, so those also, there's a lot of hospitals that all need roofs secured.
Okay.
Right, those are paying jobs. The other part of it is these drivers will drive them and the crew around anywhere. They have cargo vans, passenger vans, so they don't even have to rent a vehicle. As a matter of fact, it's a lot easier. Why? Because the driver sits with the tools, and then he's there all day to run back and forth, bring them lunch, you know, waters, whatever they need. And so now they have a dedicated driver. And again, for $200 a day for a full-time driver with a cargo van that's working for you, And plus you just got to pay for their gas. It's awesome. And gas is not an issue. People like, you see all the massive
Okay.
lines, all the gas trucks are coming in. That's already easing, right? And
Perfect. That was gonna be my next question. Do you have gas? Okay.
yeah, so that's not an issue. And again, if they're barging stuff over, I can connect them with a shipper that's one of the best, cheapest shippers that ships here for the ministry here, the different groups here. So
how do they reach you, Steve? If somebody has materials they want to donate, how do they reach you?
yeah, they can just reach me at steve@srp24.com. You can send me, you can call me on my cell phone, 310-261-6311. Again, this is not about me. This is about the people. And
You got it.
that's it, right? So you can come in and just start knocking tarps that are already here on the ground. If you want to bring tarps, even a huger blessing, right? And if the manufacturers want to deliver, I'll give them the yard for the Coral Springs, the Ocean Coral Springs Hotel. They have a lay down yard with security on it, and they can ship it right there. They'll accept it, and there we go. You know what I mean?
So the biggest need right now, it sounds like, just to get some tarps up to get stop the water from coming in.
If you could get the message out there and just have them reach out to me, no problem. I'll have a list of the firefighters, doctors, nurses, homes, addresses. The driver will take them to them. They'll pound it out. They can share it on with the group. And you know what? The people that are showing up now, it shows the world just who you are. You know,
Absolutely. Well,
so.
You're amazing, Steve. You just kind of show up. It is from what you've always told me in the past, that it's a calling. You've had a calling from God to do this, and it's really amazing to watch what you're doing and what an impact you're making with all those people in Jamaica. I know that they're so grateful. So
yeah, at the end of the day, Spirit leads, right? People go, well, where are we going to go? What are we going to do? I'm like, you know what? You just move forward. Set a clear intention that you're going to go do this, and I promise you, God will lead the way, because He leads everything. You just got to tune into Spirit. It's really that simple.
Sounds great. You know? Well, we're going to get the word out so we can get some more people down there. And I know that there's others that are excited to donate. I know I've already sent you some of those messages. So thank you to everybody out there and anybody can reach out to me as well if they want to get in touch with Steve. But Steve, in the meantime, again, if anybody needs to know any information, where can is there anything on your website that says any of these details, or I guess we can
if they go to srp24.com, right, there's a form there as well they could fill out. Email, I share that email with you. So yeah, I mean, listen, you know, it's the blue collar, right? It's the guys that are the tradesmen that are going to come here, right? And when it shows America showing up, it's going to be the workforce.
Well, listen, stay safe. Try to stay dry. We're going to get the word out so we can try to get as many roofs tarped as we can. It looks like total devastation, so I know that they need help.
Yep, and I'll give them a list that are pre-vetted, who they are, who the individuals are, and I think this will be one of the greatest Christmas presents, holiday, Thanksgivings that these companies will remember, and the people bring so much value to what they do for when they show up in service, you know, as leaders of their organizations. So thank you, Jill.
Absolutely.
Thank you for putting the word out there. Awesome.
We'll do our best, and thank you for all you're doing. And if anybody has, yes, thanks so much, Steve. And if anybody has any questions for us, please go to roofingcontractor.com or wconline.com, and you can find all the information you need. Thanks again, Steve.
Thank you, Joe.